going to come. Even Ollie.
Yep.
Meh. Awesome.
So today we are just out getting our chores done as usual. It's really odd. To me it feels like early spring because we've had a lot of rain and everything is starting to green up again. Just look at how nice and green our pasture is. That just reminds me of what it's like in spring when it first starts to green up.
But it's actually October.
It is. It's crazy. I tell you, it is gonna be one of those days. I was looking all over the place for this scoop. I mean, I looked just everywhere. And I could not remember where in the heck I put it. And then it dawned on me, it was laying right where I left it, behind the barn on some implements yesterday. It's so funny because I saw this saying on Facebook the other day. It said I'm not a glass half full type of person. I'm a I can't find my glass type of person. And it's going to be one of those days today for me. As you can see, we put Gliss in here with Mocha because Mocha was kind of lonely and goats like to have friends. Since Mocha got tamed down really well, we decided to go ahead and put Gliss in here and try to tame her down a little bit too. Our plan with the goats is to take them to auction in a couple of weeks. And we're going to go ahead and downsize down to like 6 goats. And we're going to sell all of the rest of them. And I'm really looking forward to that, so that way we will have a lot less chores to do. And it will be a lot easier to feed them this winter. Right now our plans are to keep Mocha and take Gliss to the auction. But those plans are subject to change because she is just so cute. I don't know if I can sell her. Now, I can't remember if I've already told you our plan about our goats, and if I have, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. But anyway, whenever we go to the auction and take all of the goats, my plan is to go ahead and put the 2 goats, which are Nutmeg and Blossom, in here with this guy, so that way he can breed them. And at that time, then we'll go ahead and let Mocha loose. And she will be out in the pasture with Aster and maybe Gliss if we decide to keep her. The reason for that is I want to keep Mocha and Nutmeg separated for a while because we are trying to get Mocha weaned from Nutmeg. And a while back we did have them separated and then they all got back together again. And when they did, Mocha started nursing again. So that is the plan.
Sweet Pea.
Oh yeah, and Sweet Pea too. We're not breeding Sweet Pea. She will be in the pasture with Aster, that's right.
You want me to pour this?
Yes.
so weird.
Just from past experiences, we have learned that it is not very convenient to have animals clear out in this area during the winter because when the water freezes up over here, it's an awful long ways to haul water. And when it snows and there's huge drifts, it's an awful long ways to walk to take care of the animals. So ever since that one rough winter that we had a few years ago, I've always made sure that we get all of our animals up closer to the house for the winter. And with the pigs in the freezer, we are just that much closer to getting everything wrapped up out here. The only thing we have left are the turkeys. And our plan for them is to move them to that little red coop up by our house. But we can't do that until we move all of the chickens over into the coop by the garden with the rest of the flock. We're going to combine the two flocks, and we plan to have the chickens run in the garden through the winter. But we can't do that until it freezes or we are done with the garden. And we aren't done with the garden yet, so we're leaving it as is. And the reason is because the chickens by the house that live in that coop, they're used to going up in that coop. And if we would move them to the coop by the garden, then it would be kind of hard because we'd have to keep all of the chickens trapped in that coop for a couple of weeks until they got used to it. And that coop is way too small for that many chickens to be trapped for that long. It would be easier on the chickens if we wait until we can at least move them there and be able to open up the garden and let them into the garden. Mr. Turkey molted a while back and he's gotten all of his feathers back in. Isn't he just beautiful? He just loves to strut his stuff now that all of his feathers are in and he's looking beautiful.
Does he always do that?
Well, he's gonna go feed the chickens while I pick our summer squash. We've got a cucumber. We have a couple of small dill plants growing here. They must have reseeded themselves from the plant we planted earlier this spring. That's really exciting because as soon as I can gather up enough cucumbers, I want to make some dill pickles, and then I'll be able to use the dill that's growing right here to do that with. Oh, it flew away. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I don't see anything. What?
So I want to pick those 2 tomatoes right down there, but I don't know if you can see right above those tomatoes there is a huge tomato worm.
Oh, now I see it. At least not.
And there's another one up there. And I just about stuck my hand in there and touched that worm. What gave it away is all the poop. I mean, my gosh, look at all that poop. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that whole leaf right there is covered with poop. I think I'm gonna have to go get some spray and get those things taken care of before I pick those tomatoes. I'm having a really hard time finding ripe ones aren't split out. I think it's caused by all this rain we've had. Well, I got a nice little assortment from the garden. So now it's time to go in and get some housework done. I need to run a few errands in town today. Then I'm going to figure out what to fix for supper tonight. I'm going to probably use all those goodies and fix some fried green tomatoes and do something with the yellow squash and probably do something with pork, but I haven't decided yet.